Un momento. Here we go. Holy cannoli. Okay. How you doing, guys? Yeah, tonight, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope your families are doing well. Tonight, I decided to go over some of the stuff that I'm working on in the studio. And that's a track that I'm recording now. I'm coming up with parts. So I'm still learning the tune, obviously. But yeah, so it's coming together, so I'm having some fun with that. Thanks for popping in, guys. I really appreciate it. Tonight is going to be a little bit looser format. I've done this before, kind of behind the track, I call it. Or behind the drum track, I don't know. Building a drum track, that's what I call it. And so it's really going to be about kind of putting together the drum parts for this. This is a really fun tune called Bluefish that my band is working on, and it was written by the vibraphonist Bill Ware, and then the arrangement is kind of being built as we go along, so it's really a demo right now, but we're putting the parts together, so it's super fun to work on, and I invite you to be there for my process and kind of, you know, bounce ideas around, and we'll kind of talk about what's going on. So, and before I dig into that, I just want to really thank all you guys that keep coming back. I appreciate it. To all these lives I've been doing twice a week. I have to be a better promoter. I don't promote them well enough, so I'm going to be working on doing that better. Just today, I posted the live stream a little bit late today, so I apologize for that. But anyway, so I hope you guys are getting something out of it. I hope you're enjoying it. I do want to mention something. I'm working on some stuff for Modern Drummer, and you guys, if you haven't subscribed to Modern Drummer, make sure you subscribe to Modern Drummer. Keep that magazine going. You can now get your, I have a discount code. I'll have to post that in the description afterwards. I don't remember the discount code. But you can get the digital and the print version at a reduced price right now. Definitely get it. I've been getting Modern Drummer since about 1982 or 3. I have boxes and boxes of Modern Drummer magazines on my bookshelves in my house. And I will tell you that I'm a lunatic. I used to photocopy all of the sections that I liked, rock perspectives, the jazz clinic, technique things, different sections of the magazine. I would photocopy it at the time and organize it into notebooks, into binders of all this stuff, all the transcriptions, solo transcriptions. I was crazy with this. So I really spent a lot of time going through my Modern Drummers, learning the stuff. Every important drummer has been on the cover, multiple covers of Steve Gadd, Tony Williams, all my favorite guys. Dom Famularo's been on the cover of Modern Drummer. So definitely check out Modern Drummer and make sure you get it. It's the one global resource that we have as drummers to look at what we do. And, you know, these magazines, you know, if we don't take care of it, they won't be around forever. And Modern Drummer has a new owner, and he's really energized and wants to do some good things with it. So I'm excited about that. So, yes, so Modern Drummer. And don't forget to check out Filling in the Grooves, my book, Filling in the Grooves. I just shot a little something with Hudson today about the book. About the digital version of the book, and so I'm really excited about doing that stuff. So let's talk about this track a little bit together. Like I said, this is going to be a pretty loose format. I'm just going to say hello to some people that are in the house. Bob Sears, as always, how are you, sir? I have to say that I thank you for your support and always being here. What a great guy Bob is. And Louis Larson, as always. Rocco Deserto, yes, as always. Christian Johnson, what's up? How you doing, brother? And Nico the Filmmaker. Hey, check out Nico the Filmmaker's channel. This kid's making these crazy stop-motion films. It's, like, incredible. Check out this kid's stuff. Dom Famularo's in the house. All right. Dom and I had some great conversations today. Super talented man. If you don't know him, what is wrong with you? Look him up. He's global. He's the guy. Check it out. Come on. So let's break down a little bit of this music. So you'll notice that I'm kind of taking, look, this is a fusion group, but I'm taking sort of a big band 40s approach to the head of this tune, which is super fun. You'll notice I'm playing, you know, a traditional, which is really fun to play. And while I'm playing that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, I'm hitting some of the accents of the phrase with my bass drum. So we're getting this. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay? So I'm doing that at the top, and I'm being a little sparing with the bass drum at the top, and then I start to bring in the snare a little bit later. But if we listen to that little part, and I'm going to play the track from the top. Oh, and I'll mention one other thing. I totally stole this from Tony Williams, but at the top of the track, I'm doing this as a fill to open up the tune, right? So it's going 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really three groups of 16th notes with a flam, right? I'm playing Swiss Army triplets, basically. And then a 6-stroke roll fill, right? So that's the opening, okay? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and 2 and 3, 4, 1. Okay, and then I go into that. Okay, so here's the top of the tune. Just going to play the top, and then I'm going to stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy moly. All right, so that's the top of the tune. And then it transitions into the B part, which is a walking bass line. And the first time around, there's really no kicks in it or anything. So I'm just playing, ghosting the bass drum, playing 2 and 4 on the hi-hat, and then just sort of playing straight swing time. Okay, so, and keeping it loose, I'm not playing any set pattern. I'm kind of having fun with that time. And then it has a little stop where we go 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And then it goes back into the head, and Bill did a little trill on the vibes. He did a little triplet thing coming up. So I caught that. So we hear that going into that B section, okay? So let's see how all of that fits together. I'll do it one more time. I'm going to add in that B section. And then I tried to be very gentle in the B section at the end of it with that figure where we go 1, 2, and 3, 4. So I'm trying to go bright, bright, dark. That kind of idea. All right, here it goes. So we're going to play that one more time. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now at this point, we're kind of creating an arrangement. There's nothing happening yet, but what's going to be happening is solos are going to be over that section. So I was kind of taking some liberties in there, and you know, playing that same hi-hat and bass drum figure and trying to do a little bit of counter rhythms with my snare, occasionally the floor tom, and just kind of experimenting with it. I won't know what the actual track is going to ask for until the soloists are there. So we're just building this bed. But what's fun about it is I get to experiment as much as I want, and I'm not stepping on anybody's toes because I really can just fool around, you know, or I could just keep the groove super tight and just assume that there's someone soloing and stay out of the way. So I chose to, like, when I started to make a demo of this, to just stay out of the way and keep it grooving. But then when I did it for you guys, I was kind of experimenting a little bit. So let's just listen to, you know, kind of how it builds in there. And I would like to, I wonder if I can, well, I don't have a chart or anything to share with you, so I'm not going to share the screen, but I was going to show you just the waveform. And it's kind of funny, like I'm not working off a chart, I'm working off of the waveform, which is really silly. But let me see. No, I can't really share my screen right now. I won't do that because in the interest of time. All right, so now I'm just going to jump back in, let's see, here after the hits. Let's see. Now, that's a second solo coming up. I'm assuming it's going to be a second solo. There's like 3 solos that we set up for this because the band is basically vibes, guitar, bass, and drums, and sax. So we're giving some space for folks. But something interesting, like as we go to the swing section, I can get a little bit more aggressive with it and hit those, make those hits. Let's just look at that a second. It's coming up here. Okay, so now goes into the third section of that. What do you guys think of that halftime rock thing that I'm throwing in there? So like over the swing. I mean, is that, you think that's a viable option to go there? What do you think? What do you think? I want some opinions. Hey, thanks, Dom. I'm so glad that Dom popped in tonight. I said to Dom, I was like, man, stop by my live stream. I'd love to see you in there. And there he is, the man himself. He's got wonderful doggies in his house. I hope everybody's doing well at your house, Dom. Give love to the whole family. Did you see my dog in the opening still of my live stream? You see Cooper's head popping in. Cooper's the best. If I could, I'd bring Cooper down to the live stream, but I don't think my room would survive Cooper. Cooper, he doesn't really know boundaries about equipment and stuff. He'd probably be knocking over all my gear. Uh, let me know what you think about, dropping in those different styles over the sort of the bed of the head. What's Bob saying? Bob said, if the soloist can groove with it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very fusion-like, right? It's super fun. Yeah, if the soloist can hang with that, that's true, right? So, and of course, let's say it was a guitar player, that would kind of lend itself well to the guitar player, I think. But let's see. So we're in this third section of the solo area. And by the way, last time I was kind of fooling around with just some cross-rhythmic stuff, right? Those Swiss Army triplets, I played it over here. To give it a little bit of juxtaposition, if you will. And then we also did sort of the little floor tommy stuff is kind of fun, like this whole thing. Oh yeah, I like the halftime. Wait, what did he say? Christian is saying that he likes the halftime, would maybe keep the hi-hat foot pattern going to keep the energy. Good suggestion. I like it. Yeah. And then this whole thing is kind of fun. I don't know, how it feels to you guys, but sort of going. That kind of stuff. So just kind of building a little bit of sort of accents on the bed of that. So that kind of stuff feels kind of nice. So we're in that third section of that, and I'm gonna play the track a little bit more, and then there is like a whole another thing that comes up. So I'm gonna keep it playing, and I'm just gonna keep going. All right, now, I'm going to stop, talk about this part. All right, so leading up to the head coming back, there's just 4 bars in there, or is it 8 bars? There's a little area where I just built and I did a roll, and I think that's effective to bring the head back in. Like right here, I'll show you one more time. And then it's coming up to this part. So I have some thoughts about that section. So that section, so the build, right? So we did the build leading back to the head. Okay, so let me know how you like the build idea. I figured just over that whole thing I'll just build. I was going to do the sort of intro again, right? The could have done that. That would be an idea. Uh, nice. Um, yeah, could do that. Single stroke that roll, right? Uh, and and then coming into that section. Oh, so coming into the next section, so we build, and then the next thing would be that bass line. So my first instinct was to play sort of like a snare drum groove, sort of like this kind of thing. That kind of thing, playing way out on the edges. That kind of thing. And then the other thing that kind of worked, I tried earlier when I first heard this thing, I was playing sort of like a pseudo samba foot pattern. So there's that, and then there could also be So I'm going to play all the options over this next part. And let me just get some feedback, what you guys think sounds the best over that section. So what I'll do is, I'm not going to loop it, but I guess I could loop it. No, I'm not going to loop it. It loops enough. I'm just going to play some stuff, and then I want some feedback. What do you think are the best options, right, for that? Let's see. All right, let me see. So here would be that area. Alright, so that's kind of the pseudo New Orleans thing. That was like a little pseudo New Orleans thing. It took me a second to like get that in the pocket. And then here, let's try that little samba idea. Right? Of course, I could completely go the opposite direction and play straight. What if I did this? Okay, so that section, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? Anything, any ideas? Out of the three things that I did, we had the We had that. Then we had the, which I think was the weakest one, I think. And then the other one was sort of the, right? So those are three ideas anyway. What do we got? What do we got? I like the funk beat here. Yeah, right? Yeah, that might be the answer, right? The other thing is, I don't even know what that section's for. I would like to solo over that. I like the snare thing better than straight. Think it would be cool to pop a snare hit on the and the 4 in the space the bass guitar leaves. Cool, cool, cool. I love the suggestions. Three and four. Yeah, that's nice. So like, yeah. I like the idea. So I'm gonna mess with that. I'll probably record this and then use it as like my play along when I finish figuring this track out. So this is I just got this thing, so I'm working it out, and I appreciate you guys working it out alongside me. That's really exciting for me. Hey, what did Rocco say? Rocco had a suggestion. He just said, I like the snare drum. It makes like a second line drumming feel if you're going for the yeah. I like it. So if you guys have something else, I'll listen, but I kind of like what I did next, which is just, super fun, like going into the next area. So I'm going to play this. So let's see. So the last time through the B section, right? All right, so that's the outro. So anyway, so that little, the little stop area after the B section with the stop and then the toms, little a la sing, sing, sing. I really like that. So I'm leaving that. That little thing. Here we go. Yeah. So so I kind of dig the little sing 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 thing. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm kind of attached to that. I have man, there's a track I do with Roger String at the end, even though it's like a pseudo country, like 2-beat train beat thing. I did the same kind of thing in that tune. Wonder if I can pull that up real quick. And it's sort of something that I kind of enjoy. It comes from our roots of like listening to records, and just hearing that stuff. A little Gene Krupa influence right there. Let me see if I could pull that little thing up, and let me know what you thought of that little part. And then we're going to talk about the outro of the tune. Let me see. This is Roger. Let me see if I could pull this thing up right on the fly. Let's see, Roger Street Friedman. Which record? This record? It's not on this record. Let's see, I'll put in Life is Hard, see if it comes up. Life is Hard. By the way, our new album is out, and man, our new record just came out. I keep meaning to mention this. with Roger Street Friedman, we have a brand new record out called Rise. And man, I'm really proud of this record. We worked with Larry Campbell, produced it. And if you don't know Larry Campbell, he was the guitar player for Levon Helm's band for a long time. He played with Bob Dylan for a long time. He's got his own band. Larry Campbell is super talented. He's recovering from COVID, so send him your prayers and good vibes. He needs it. He's doing pretty good though, but he's recovering from the coronavirus. But he's a super talented, amazing producer. He played mandolins and guitar and dobro and fiddle and pedal steel, all that stuff on the new record. He played some tracks on the old record too, but he played a lot of stuff on the new record. And I'm really proud of the new record, so go check it out. Roger Street Friedman, Rise is the name of the album. A lot of really fun stuff on that. But here's this tune that's called Life is Hard. Let me see if I can play it. And I'll skip to the ending, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Been working for money most of every day.
Okay, so you see how that's a train beat country-ish tune, right? The end of the song, I do this. So it had that little tom thing going down at the end of that tune. I'm going to play you that thing for a second. Dom, yeah, you could get that record on Spotify, iTunes, all the digital medium, it's available. So Roger Street Friedman, Rise, really great record. Man, a lot of really nice songs on that. And we played some really interesting parts. I played a lot of brushes on it, but I'm super proud of the parts that I came up with on that thing. And so the end of this Life is Hard thing that I was just playing, we do this sort of these figures at the end, right? So we're playing one, two. So we're playing on the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, boom, 1, 2. And then we go into, a double time kind of gospel feel out of that little fill and da 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 da. So it's super fun. So anyway, my influences come from all over the map, but I think it worked in this jazz tune that I'm on, this fusion tune that I'm working on. So we do that little floor tom thing at the end, and then it goes into the outro of the song. And so basically what I thought to help build it was to put the 2 and 4 in on the snare. So we're playing for the outro, and it doesn't have to be, a steady pattern through the whole thing, but it kind of helps. And I was playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so we kind of have this little push that we start doing at the end, and I think that really helps push the song along. And then it just ends abruptly, so we're going, here, I'll just play the very end, and then I'm going to talk to you guys again. So at the very end of this thing, let's see, we're here. So we come out of this. and then it just ends. Yeah. So you know, the song is still, it's still being, essentially, it's still being written. Oh, hello. It's going into one of my other tunes. Hold on, we're not there yet. Well, we won't be there tonight. That's the next one. So now I'm just going to talk to you guys because, you know, I think we're coming along with a really good drum track for this. Please post about the album. Yes, I will definitely post about the record, and I'll put up some links. Oh, for continuity, maybe some Gene Krupa during the previous section with the and a 4 snare pop. Yes, yes, yes. I dig it. I dig it. Christian, that was a good idea. Yeah, I really like that idea. Super fun. So here's the thing. Building a drum track, you know, this is what I love the most when it comes to the playing side of things. I love being in the studio. I love coming up with drum tracks. I love coming up with original parts. And sometimes you just got to give what the song asks for. There are some tunes where, man, the whole tune, I may only do this. If it asks me for it. But a song like this, it's asking me for other things. And that's what's super fun about this particular band. This band, by the way, that we're working on the track for, does not have a name. I tried to name it Kairos. I was stealing the name Kairos, which is actually, it's a word that means like a pivotal moment. And Klaus Hessler, super, super incredible drummer, Klaus Hessler from Germany, named his book and his DVD Kairos. And that was the first time I had heard the word. And he spoke about the pivotal moment, how Kairos is this perhaps turning point or aha kind of moment. And by the way, Dom Famularo and Klaus Hessler are doing a lot of amazing clinics. And check out the Sessions panel on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the Sessions, shame on you. Definitely subscribe to the Sessions panel. I can't speak anymore. Sessions panel. There are some incredible interviews. Dom Famularo has interviewed incredible musicians from all around the world, and he's doing these quarantine sessions, these shorter interviews. I think he just did Paul Quinn and Lib DeVito, and in the past he's done Leland Sklar, he's done Chick Corea, Vinnie Colaiuta, everybody. I mean, he's just done the plethora of incredible talent and musicians, and Dom's interview style is just so incredible. He asks poignant questions. It's just really incredible. Make sure that you subscribe to the Sessions panel on YouTube. Follow that for sure. I appreciate everybody's feedback on this particular session and getting my track some much needed attention, and you guys helping me craft those drum parts. I really appreciate that. Definitely look for my next live stream, which is going to be Thursday night, which is the hand technique workshop, and we're going to continue with a little bit of the inverted roll stuff, and of course we're going to go through the flam routines, and we're going to add some of the drag routines in, and I hope you guys are enjoying those live streams. And look for also invites. If you're a subscriber and you're on my email list, look for invites for a special hand technique workshop Zoom class. So we'll be getting that going very soon. If you feel so inclined, my virtual tip jar is in the description, but it's not necessary, but it's there. If you're interested in my book, Filling in the Grooves, from Wisdom Media, and it's in digital, and it's in print, and it's actually back on, Alfred has it back in print again. And I would definitely sign up for the email list if you haven't yet, and I'm going to be sending out more information about the live streams. And I appreciate all the comments. It's so great seeing you guys comment in the chat here. It's a funny thing, live streaming by yourself in a room where you're speaking basically to just a little tiny camera, and trying to keep that same energy as if you guys are all in the room with me. I hope I'm kind of getting to that. and giving you guys something fun and something positive and something else to think about besides being quarantined and staying away from people and wearing masks and all this social distancing. This is our social time together as drummers and as a community of musicians. We come together, we get to talk about music and make music together. Tonight I feel like we were making music together. It was super fun to do that. And oh, thanks, man. Great idea for a stream. So yeah, I like doing this for a stream when it's not as formal. I'm not teaching specific riffs or fills or grooves, and we're doing more of what it's like when you're in the studio working and you're trying to put together tracks. So I thought that would be something worthwhile. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Tell your friends to subscribe if they like what I do, and hit that notification bell so you hear about the next live streams. And I'll see you on the next one. I will see you guys on Thursday night. Definitely look for the things to come. And Roger Street Friedman's record, look for that. Definitely the Sessions panel. Subscribe to that on YouTube. And I will see you guys really soon. I'm going to play my closing titles if I can actually find it on my little win.